Hello everyone, my today's video is for those people who suffer a lot of pain in their calf muscles or the leg pain. The common reason is either the posture related or because you don't drain your legs properly. And what I mean by that is our heart pumps oxygenated blood to our body. So that's the duty, the main or the sole work that our heart does. But what happens due to gravity, our legs, especially calf muscles, ankle, these are those delicate parts or those targeted organs of our body who struggle a lot to send the deoxygenated blood back to the heart because they are working against the gravity. And the people who sit with their legs on the chairs or who drive a lot, who walk a lot, who stand a lot during the day hours, this is the main reason because their calf muscles, their lower legs and their ankles, their feet, they're not able to drain the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. They're not able to send it, and that's the reason they suffer pain in their calf muscles and pain in their legs. Okay, so we'll be doing 3 to 4 simple stretches which you can do any time of the day, and it will help you a lot to relieve this pain. Okay, the first stretch is which is called racer stretches at all. So just turn and take your one leg behind the other, something like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna interlace my fingers, lift the front toes off the mat. I'm just on my right ankle right now, and what you have to do, keep the front leg straight. This is my right leg this time, and bend your back leg. That's your left leg, and just go as low as you can. Slowly lift and switch sides. So I'm taking my right leg behind this time. Take your left toes off the mat, come on to your left heel. Now bend your right knee as low as you can go, but keep your left leg straight and just stretch. You'll feel a nice stretch into your calf muscles here, and keep your toes, the left toes, flexed. Slowly come up. If you want to enhance this stretch, or if you want to look into a modification of this stretch, go against a wall or anything which you can hold and make a grab hold, or anything for support. Put one foot against the wall. So my toes are on the wall right now. My left leg is behind my right leg. We are aiming to bring the whole foot against the wall. This is our aim, but if you are a beginner, or if you have a lot of tightness in your calf muscle, you will be somewhere here, and that's fine too. Again, we are doing the same thing, keeping the front leg straight, bending my left knee, and go as low as you can. Eventually, keep walking towards the wall. And very soon, after a few days, you will observe that you are able to press your foot against the wall. Alright, switching sides. Start with the toes on the wall. Bending the back leg or the back knee. Eventually. And lift up. The second movement is tiptoe movement. So stand with both feet together, probably hip width apart. Grab hold of something so that you can balance here, and just lift up on your toes and then relax. Again, lift up, relax, lift up, relax. But try not to shrug your shoulders here, relax your shoulder, and keep your spine as straight as possible. Lift and relax, lift and relax. One more thing here, people who are not able to stand and do these postures, but I would suggest sit anywhere, chair, sofa, and then do this movement. But again, you need to lift your heels as high as possible so that you can feel the stretch. Alright, so moving into our second stretch, take any chair where you can sit comfortably, preferably not something with cushions. Take a firm chair, and what we are going to do, there should be a mat, a door mat, a thick towel, anything. Place it under your feet, and what you have to do, keep your knees straight, not straight. But your knee should not overcome your toes here, knee and ankle in one straight line. And then what you have to do, we are just working with the toes here. Alright, so just try to grab and drag this mat towards you. If you have ever seen cats or dogs, the way they try to pull something out of mud or out of the furniture, they just drag everything, catch hold in their teeth, in their jaws, and then they just pull it towards them. The same movement we are doing here with our toes muscles. Another way you can do it, sit on a chair, place a cloth in front of you, and then use your toes to bring that mat or that cloth towards you. You'll feel a nice stretch in front of your calf muscles. Keep doing it for a couple of times during the day, maybe twice or thrice, and it will help you a lot. Stretch we are doing today is just stand anywhere, place a chair. I'm doing it on the sofa, you can do it anywhere. So place one foot onto the sofa or chair behind you, and it should be your foot onto the sofa or your chair, not your shin. So only your foot. Okay? And now either interlace the fingers in front of you, make a prayer position, maybe take your hands up. That's a modification. If you want to intense it, make it more challenging, maybe hold a weight here, a dumbbell or something. Okay, so I'm just interlacing my fingers, just keep it simple. And I'm going to bend my front knee and bringing my back knee as close to the floor as possible. Lifting again. If you want to incorporate your breath here, take a big inhale to lift and exhale to sink down. Breathe in, breathe out, and then switch it legs. Maybe the other foot. You can do 10 repetitions each side, maybe twice or thrice a day. Alright, so this time my right foot is resting on the sofa behind me, and on the inhale I'm going to lengthen my spine, come out of your lower back first, and exhale, bend your front knee, dip your right knee down, breathe into it, and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Last stretch here, and what I'm going to do, but before starting it, this stretch is not for the people who have knee troubles or hip joint trouble. If you have any joint issues, any arthritis, I would say please don't practice it. Otherwise, everyone else can do it. Or if you had any knee injury in the past, then please be mindful. Any difficulty, any pain in the knee, any pinching around the knee or hip joint, please come out of the posture straight. Alright, so extend your legs forward in front of you. This is called Virasana. It is a very deep stretch, so be mindful while doing it. And I'm going to bend my right knee. Okay, you all must be knowing Vajrasana because that's a very common, very popular posture. But we are doing Virasana, which is a little different from Vajrasana. So I'm going to bend my right knee, taking my right foot outside of my right hip. So in Vajrasana, typically what we do is sit on the heels. No, my foot is outside of my hip. This is on one leg. If you have hard time sitting here, if you have really tight hamstring and your calf muscles, use a block or anything similar to this. Lift your seat and sit on the block. Keep your left toes flexed and sit here. It will give you a very nice stretch into the front of your foot, your calf muscles, your hamstring, your quads, everywhere. And just sit here. Okay? If you are sitting comfortably here, you want to go deeper, then bend your other knee as well. If you want to take one leg at a time, it's totally up to you. I'm sitting with my both legs together. Alright, the third modification, if you want to make it even more challenging, I would say either use your blocks and lie on them, or maybe place a bolster or a pillow like this. So before lying down completely, place your hands and see how far you can go first. Maybe bend your elbows and come down to your forearm. You may want to stick here. If you want to go all the way down, maybe lie down on a pillow. Maybe take your hands away. Okay? Then you want to come out. Again, come onto your elbows first. Tuck your chin into your chest. Slowly walk your hands and lift. So another important posture. This is not only for your calf muscles. It's going to improve your gut health, your bowel movement as well. Because one of the reasons for the sluggish bowel is the Western food. or the toilet seat we use, traditionally we used to sit squat, and this is what we are going to practice today. So the healthier calves, the healthier pelvis is healthy knee. So take your feet slightly wider than your hips. So right now my feet are my hip width apart. I'm going to widen them slightly and then turning my toes out slightly to 30 degrees. Not all the way out like Charlie Chaplin. So somewhere 30 degrees in the middle. And then hands at prayer position. Bend your knees and slide your pelvis down. Some of you may struggle with your heels that they are lifting, so I would suggest fold a towel or anything, any soft fabric, put it under your heels. And if you have a hard time sitting like this, use your blocks again and sit on the blocks. What we are looking here is open your knees out to the side. So use your arms and your elbows to press your knees out and no rounding of your upper back. Sit straight, your chest is facing forward and you are growing taller with every inhale. Important part, if you are looking for modification, I would say take your right hand behind you, then the left, interlace the fingers and twist. If you want to try on another side, this time the left hand, then the right, interlace the fingers and last modification, bring your heels closer. As close as you can, but again, heels may or may not touch. It depends from person to person. Now this time, I'm gonna fold slightly forward, taking both the shoulders to the inside of my knees. Then I'm gonna take my hands behind and try to hold on to ankles or feet were inaccessible to you. Then inhale, lengthen your spine first, look forward, reach your crown forward, rather down. And once you're comfortable here, then see if you can release your forehead down to the mat, maybe place a block. And slowly lift up and slowly